Earthshot Awards as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's engagement leading to a nightmare. Hello, friends. Welcome to the King YouTube channel. Besides, this week brought the long-awaited news to the legion of royal Twitter adiexerati that the king has made the only sensible decision, which is to decide that Lieutenant Colonel Thompson's dream ship is too advantageous for the grand operation to let him return to his military post when his horse riding rotation ends. Absolutely right. Why let go of someone who truly puts the LO in monarchy? Lieutenant Colonel Johnny Thompson received a significant promotion. That's great news. And with November just around the corner, as I'm not sure anyone in Montecito will be spending a Mars bar, fried or not, like Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, staring at what I think we can officially term a disappointing week. I might be proven wrong, and this time in a month. We'll be talking about President Joe Biden appointing Meghan to lead the National Gender Equality Task Force and Harry taking his dog for a walk. However, considering the current circumstances, Harry and Meghan are facing high stakes and emotions due to events entirely beyond their control. Let's go through this in sequence, shall we? Firstly, at the beginning of November, when Harry's sometimes frenemy and brother, Prince William, the Prince of Wales, departed for Singapore for the 3rd annual Earthshot Prize, which is highly successful and worth $96 million and the first ever Earthshot week. The actual awards ceremony is on November 7. It doesn't take a crystal ball to predict the lavish praise columns that will surround the event or the stunning Instagram video feed that will be disseminated by Kensington Palace's social media team to promote the prince as a top global statesman with all the urgency of a home shopping network trying to make its quota. I mean, brace yourself for the Willie, the warrior onslaught. Yeah, fair game for a 41-year-old. Earthshot is impressive work. Gold stars are everywhere. So here's Harry, unfortunate witnessing media coverage of his generous older brother's brilliance. Added to this, while watching the Earthshot bells and whistles launched again, the Duke will be reminded of what he and Meghan relinquished when they hung up their royal boots. Connections, cash, and the extraordinary trappings of royalty. That scandal of this reminds me of Gore Vidal's ever apt words. Every time a friend succeeds, something inside me dies. Then, a day after the awards event was held in Singapore and before the biodegradable green confetti could be scattered, the spotlight will shift to a courtroom in Tampa, Florida on November 8, where Samantha Markle is suing the Duchess for defamation, what the world desires. And I assume Meghan herself adds another compelling installment of the world's least enjoyable soap opera, Markle versus Markle. Samantha's court filing alleges, according to Newsweek, that Meghan has continuously participated and memorialized lies about the family and upbringing. The Duchess of Sussex lawyers have called for the case to be dismissed, describing it as Samantha's attempt to transform personal vengeance into a federal case. The messiest part of all of this is that we're discovery. If the judge decides the case can proceed, it will trigger a discovery process that, according to Newsweek, would involve the Duchess having to produce personal texts, emails, and other documents relevant to the case to her half-sister. If there's a patron saint of courtrooms, Gloria Allred, Marcia Clark, Meghan might want to consider receiving some Hail Glorias while she can. Next, on November 12, Remembrance Sunday arrived when the dwindling number of working royal family members, so few that they could be transported in a simple minivan, gather for the annual service at the cenotaph. Once again, for Harry, this event is likely to stir up many complex emotions. The Duke has repeatedly spoken about the significant role he played in the military in his personal evolution and has made support for veterans a cornerstone of his charitable work. However, the annual day of reflection dedicated to those who have served is a day when he is officially not allowed to participate, a situation that has endured for years. In 2020, the first Remembrance Sunday after the Sussexes dropped just a stone's throw away from the Pacific Ocean and Oprah Winfrey's gentle embrace on TV. It caused a stir. Turns out Harry had requested permission to lay a wreath on his behalf, a request that Buckingham Palace fulfilled by taking out their favorite red pen and writing denied. According to the Times, it was a decision that made the Duke very sad. That same year, someone within Team Sussex had the idea to hold their own Royals commemoration, with just Harry, Meghan, and a professional photographer behind them heading to the Los Angeles cemetery. There, the Sussex family laid flowers at the graves of 2 Commonwealth soldiers and then shared the images with the world. You have to assume that what was meant as a thoughtful and touching gesture by the Sussexes came across as self-serving PA nonsense, that they were cosplaying as royals from 5,280 miles away. So on November 12 this year, How does the Duke feel watching his family gather for this most important day, with him, the only Windsor who ever served on the front lines, now excluded from the proceedings? If the emotions aren't running high enough in Montecito at the moment, there's the fact that the judgment in Harry's high court phone hacking case against the Mirror Group Almenji and Gropp at any moment. Remember how Harry became the first royal family member to enter the witness box in 130 years back in June? No. Well, it's been a busy year for those of us in the Windsor watch trenches. Hold on, there's more to cover here. On November 14, Charles will mark his 75th birthday, an event that I imagine he will celebrate by finally allowing Camilla to break out the very nice Bali and order Nando's takeaway. The Sunday Times reported this week that at some point, His Majesty will host a low-key private party for family and close friends. My most glaring question: will Harry and Meghan make the guest list? Moreover, will they actually attend? Honestly, it's difficult to envision the Sussex family showing up at Charles Clarence House with a decent bottle of California Chardonnay and ready smiles to get up close and personal with the king. Harry's stepmother, Roadkill, Camilla, or Kate, the Princess of Wales, a woman etched in history for her reluctance to share her lip gloss with her sister-in-law. Just imagine the awkward small talk as the royals walk around. Waitresses limped. Vol Events and Princess Anne candidly declines Meghan's offer to discuss her astrological birth chart. As Anne famously said when a would-be kidnapper tried to drag her out of her limousine in 1974, not bloody likely. Most likely, Charles's birthday will end with a high organic seed cake and a touchy-feely emotional recovery with his unruly son. 2 days later, on November 16, the first half of the final season of The Crown will be released, bringing a deep emotional climax to the hit Netflix series, recreating Diana's tumultuous last months as the Princess of Wales and her death in Paris, adding a layer of complexity to all these emotions, this mess. And the obligatory mini sausage roll outing is that while the House of Windsor is busy with big awards and big birthdays, the Sussex stars are on hiatus, professionally. They seem to be applying Mayas and Megas as they haven't announced any new projects or business deals in over 2 years. T. Lake Queen Elizabeth was sad because Harry and Meghan Markle wanted to step back from their royal duties. The Duke of Sussex spoke about the Queen's reaction to Meg's on the American Breakfast show Good Morning America as part of a series of interviews he did to promote his newly released book, Spare. He also appeared on CBS in America and NW in the UK, and is scheduled to appear on ABC in the US on Tuesday afternoon, Australian time. During the sit-down interview, he criticized the British press, expressed frustration over having to pay for his own security, criticized Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, accused his brother Prince William of attacking him, and said he was unlikely to ever return to the UK or work for the royal family. And you, do you agree with me? Please let me know your opinion below in the comments. If you think my videos are useful, don't be afraid to. I can share them with anyone else who would enjoy them, and please subscribe to the King YouTube channel to get more videos from our team in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye, and I'll be back to see you again